to Unfucketation 101. Lesson 1. Where to start? Yep. This is exactly how it feels. You're frustrated. You're so fed up. Yeah, you're just tearing your hair out. Incidentally, I wish I had that much hair, but I digress. You are out there, you know there's things that are not right in your life, and you're watching stuff on YouTube, you're trying to get it figured out. You buy this course and you buy this book and you start down all these rabbit holes, and 6 months later, you turn around and you're like, same shit, different month. I totally get you. But this is different. Let's do this together. Allow me to guide you. I have been where you are. And I know circumstances are different, but the feelings are the same. Frustration, anger, unworthy, unloved, abandoned. I mean, you could kind of throw different emotions to me and I'd be like, yeah, I've totally felt that. And still occasionally still feel those. But I want you to know that you will get there. So why is the place to start creating your quit shit list? Why is that so essential? If you've not watched the Cup Runneth Over little video that's in the intro information, please go back and watch that, because that really gives you an idea of why that's so important. But in a nutshell here, if you are so full of doing shit for everybody else and neglecting yourself, you don't have room. Even when you want to create those healthy habits and do those things that you know you need to do for yourself, you just don't have room. Yeah, you've got to start to get rid of some things. Quit shit that's on your list so you can establish those healthy habits for yourself. So the other thing we're going to do today is really assess where you are. And I'm going to give you just a little thumbnail introduction to the holistic scaffolding, because baby, you're going to need it. I use it all the time, and there's thousands others that use it and it works. But first, there are 3 main areas in your life. You've got your physical well-being, your health, you've got your emotional well-being, and you've got your spiritual well-being. I want you to take time in your workbook. There's some space there, and this is really important for you to take time and do this before you continue. What does it really mean for you to be well? Now, we have been programmed and conditioned to think certain ways. For example, we have been programmed and conditioned to think that being physically well, the physical well-being, is that, the 6-pack abs, and you're just ripped fit, and you're a certain weight, and you're smiling all the time, and that's the conditioning. I want you to think about what that really means to you. For example, to me, being physically well is that I'm medication-free. I have very little aches and pains at 55 years old, and I can do anything that I really want to do physically. I mean, yeah, I got limitations, and there's things I just don't want to do. For example, I don't want to climb Mount Everest. I mean, hey, if I put my mind to it, I probably could, but I'm like, no, I'd probably have to put shoes on, and I don't want to do that. And I digress. In case you don't know, I'm a barefoot triathlete. But so I want you to, what does it mean to be physically well for you? Not the programmed bit. What does it mean to be emotionally well? To me, it means that I'm accepting the full cornucopia of human emotions. Yeah. We've been programmed to think like if you're emotionally stable, you're like always like happy. That's not true. At least it's not for me. and spiritually well. Now, spirituality and religion is two different things for me, okay? Spirituality to me is that you know your true self. And if you haven't watched the definitions, I encourage you to do that, but I am going to define true self in just a moment for you. But to me, being spiritually well is that I know my true self and that I am living to help my other humans. I'm living on purpose. So take time to do that for yourself. What does it mean? That well-being. Next thing is that there is a link there for you. I want you to assess where you are. I don't want you to beat yourself up. There's an assessment for each, the physical, emotional, and spiritual. Take time to do that. I want you to pause and complete all those assessments, then come right back. You cannot change what you do not see. So that is one of the reasons why the first layer of holistic scaffolding, the first platform, is awareness. Awareness is key. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now, unlike other self-help programs, and when you adopt the holistic scaffolding lifestyle, we try to focus on the positive, not just the negative stuff in your life. Now, you may be wondering what the holistic scaffolding is. I've given you the first two platforms. There are 6 altogether. The best analogy I know how to explain it is Michelangelo's David. I want you to think about your true self is David, the beautiful sculpture. And Michelangelo said the sculpture is already complete within the marble block. Before I started my work, it is already there. I just have to chisel away the superfluous material. That superfluous material, the granite that is around your David, your true self, that is the human programming and conditioning that we have all been subjected to. Yeah. So you may be wondering what the true self is. You hear me talk about it a lot. The true self is your authentic self. It's your wise ass motherfucker that's underneath all of that. Some people call it soul. Some people call it spirit. It's your intuition. It's your gut feeling. It's your higher self. It doesn't matter what you call it. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. It is underneath there. Yeah. And I can tell you from experience, when I don't follow my true self and I let my human take over and the human conditioning, shit goes sideways. It just, it just does. I get the cosmic 2x4 in the head and yeah, I learn a lot, but sometimes it's not fun. Some of you are out there, you're like, oh, I totally get you, Laura. Yeah. But it's time. You know it's time. Your true self underneath knows that it is time for you to put yourself first. And I also talk about this a lot. Putting yourself first is not selfish. And especially as women, we have really been programmed to put everybody else first. Be a good little girl. And this applies to guys too. So I'm not trying to separate my guys. But as women, we have really been programmed to be caretakers. Take care of your kids, take care of your mom, your dad, your grandparents. You're a caregiver and you neglect your own needs. Yeah, but it's time. That's why you're here. But you may be wondering, okay, but how? Laura, how do I do that? I've got this list of, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. I've got to do blah, 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 blah. That's where we're going in the next lesson, so hang with me. That is the importance of the quit shit list. That's why we're going to take time. Only you can create your own quit shit list, but I'm going to guide you on exactly how to do that. So in summary today, we talked about your frustration, and that frustration, baby, it's about to change. I'm right here with you. We talked about why that quit shit list is so essential. What being physically, emotionally, and spiritually well really means to you, not the programming that you have received. You've taken time to do your self-assessments, to assess where you are without beating yourself up. Just accept where you are. Yeah, it's a journey, baby. And we talked a little bit about holistic scaffolding, what that is, and I'm actually going to be helping you use those first two platforms in unfckcation. So join me tomorrow for Unfckcation 101, Lesson 2, Crafting Your Own Quit Shit List. Until next time, I love all you people.